techniques, what techniques can we recommend to him? We've said about AdWords. Okay, we talked about social media. If you can set up a profile on umacom.com, if you can set up a profile on Twitter, you set up a profile on Facebook, and that way, and create these groups and activity, then he can start to get traffic to his site. That's one way. Now, you said on the other show, which I was actually expecting from you to say it, the mobile industry, because you work in that. The first thing, quickly, very quickly, is to actually get his site on the mobile phone straight away. If he can convert his website to a mobile phone, like I said on the other show as well, Facebook, a quarter of their traffic comes from the mobile users. So that's a big thing. If you've got any other advice on that,
what I was going to say is,
a couple of minutes till break. So
what I was going to say is, you pretty much promoting it on a community like social media and stuff.
Yeah.
There is I don't know, website that's called Find a Builder, in which you post your service and people do review your service. So it's just like Get a Coder, but it's for builders and removal business services.
Okay.
So it's just like they're
so labor workers then.
Yeah.
So laborers. So people that are improving. So people that are
electricians, builders. Pretty much that whole department.
Yeah.
Find your community, spread the word. There's lots of forums that are still being used.
So if someone's moving out from their home and they're looking for a removal, they would look on these services and they'll get into that.
If things are not going well and people aren't going to your site, you got to get stuck in there. You got to go on other people's site and not spam.
Identify his competition.
Yeah. And
then basically see how they getting ranked very high.
Perfect.
You could do something very simple. If you contact us just after the show, Mr. Osman, I could start telling you about the thing. So inshallah, viewers, we're going for a commercial just now, and we'll carry on after the break. So
to the source.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back after the short break that we've had. If you just joined us, you are watching I Mean Business, and I'm your host, Sami Higab. Today I've got my host and co-host and guest as well, Ashraf Higab. So welcome again. So yeah, we were just carrying on from, we had 3 callers and they were asking questions. We had Osman asking about improving his search ranking on the search engines.
With the answer,
and you had also a caller asking, Rania from Birmingham. She was asking about technology for human resources. So she obviously works in the recruitment industry and she wants to know what sort of technology can they use, or what technology exists for the recruitment industry. Yeah, so fire away, tell us a bit more about how we can actually improve the ranking on the search engine for Osman, and then you can go into the human resources.
We've pretty much covered all the basics. What we touched upon lastly was using the mobile media to promote your application, like a really fun way.
Just website. He's got a removal business, not an application.
Promote your business.
Anyone that's got a store or any kind of service or product, they can use mobile phones. Yeah, carry on.
Using the mobile industry to promote your business, you can just develop like a really fun little game, maybe a removals game if you're in the removal basins, or if you're in a cooking kind of shop, you can make like a little cooking game and have your business in the actual game. Yeah, and that'll easily, if it's a fun, crazy little thing, people will pass it on. Hey, look at this. Hey, look at this. Oh, that guy's actually a real removal business.
Yeah.
And they'll pass it on, and you can spread your.
Yeah. So what we'll do, we'll take another caller quickly, and then we'll sum up. Assalamu alaikum, caller.
Wa alaikum salam.
So can I get your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, it's Brother Yahya from Birmingham.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Yahya. Now, what's your question for our guest?
Basically what it is, I've got an idea for an app on iPhone.
Okay.
Like I want to develop this kind of like speed dating thing. So
halal speed dating.
Yeah, of course, halal speed dating.
Inshallah. Okay.
So like you could pick your girl, and you could rank her in terms of like fitness and obedience and cooking abilities and things like that. Yeah.
Okay. So you basically want a dating website, but halal, sort of in a halal way. Obviously, you're not going to have pictures, images, or anything haram on the site.
Yeah, it's all above board.
So you want to make it in that. Okay, thank you very much for the caller, because we've got a few callers, and we're going to answer your question. Assalamu alaikum, caller.
Walaikum salam, Sami.
Okay, what's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Osman, Sami. I come back to you.
Okay,
I need your advice. It was very nice, and I appreciate it.
Okay.
One other thing you mentioned there is a mobile link.
Mm-hmm.
How does that technique work? Because we knew it, but the other technique was website link. Whether it is a mobile link is to me something new.
I'll tell you, Brother Osman. Now, regarding your website, you can actually convert it so it actually appears in a particular format on smartphones like iPhone, Android, and all these other phones that are out there. Okay. Now, I will cover that in detail with you specifically if you contact the studio after the show, or send an email to Iqra TV, or actually if you're a member on Umacom, just go in there and post a question, and I'll basically explain to you, because it's very technical, how to convert your site into a mobile kind of site. So I'll cover that just after the show. Have you got another question, Mr. Osman?
Thank you very much, Sami. Thank you, and have a nice evening.
Okay, no problem. We'll continue with the questions. Okay. So he's called in again, he's asking about the mobile, so I'm going to give him the answer after the show, inshallah. Now, for recruitment side, what can we use to improve a company that wants to recruit people? What kind of technology can they use?
Yeah, so currently the question was, how has technology improved the HR department? And I'm obviously on the other side of the field, so I'm wary on how the improvements have affected, but pretty much they can spy on you. Like before, if you took a sick day, someone had to write that down by notice. Now it's all stored on databases. They can figure out algorithms on how often you're being ill, how often you're taking a break. They have like swipe cards where you sign in and out of work. So they've got their eyes on you and they know what's going on. I've heard some really bad stories from some really bad companies where one person, he took the morning off because his wife was in labor and he had to deliver his baby, yeah? And that's understandable in any business. Anyone should understand that's a day off. But because it's such a bureaucratic system at this company, they raised a whole completely insane issue with him. And it's only because the system database that they had recorded could only allow either a sick day or an absence. They didn't have an extra field for a death in the family or something like that. So these systems...
It's all like now through computer, and the only way is so that's the technology that exists today. People can monitor their employees. A lot of the viewers, Ashraf, just to let you know, there are a lot of them, they either own a small business or they've got a medium-sized business. Very few have got big organizations, and they're watching the show and they're looking for inspiration. Someone might be looking to set up a recruitment agency, just to put you in a picture, or they're thinking of starting an online business, and that's the sort of thing that they're interested in. I don't know Raina personally, but she was asking about recruitment technology. So maybe what I was thinking, maybe this could be a good advice for her, is that she can use the social media again to find staff. She can use this kind of thing, she can advertise for staff. Or how do you see the industry moving? And before you answer that question, I'll take another caller quickly and we'll see. Assalamu alaikum.
Hello?
Assalamu alaikum, caller. Can you get your name and where you're calling from?
I'm calling from Birmingham.
Okay, what's your name?
My name is Sarah.
Okay, Sarah. What's your question, Sarah?
I just wanted to say hi, Ashraf, first of all.
Hello.
Okay.
And second of all, I was wondering, after you get the necessary experience, are you going to take the technology back to your home country in Egypt?
Are you going to take... Did you hear the question?
Yeah, I heard the question.
What's the question?
She's wondering, like, everything you've learned in this country, are you going to take it back to your home country and try to improve it? And that's what a lot of people are we going to answer this question first? Or do you want to go back? That's what a lot of people in this country should be trying to do. Like, a lot of people, for example, from India, they're coming over to the UK, they're learning. There are a lot of people from Asia, they're coming over to the UK, they're coming over to America, they're learning, and they're going back to their home countries and trying to improve their home locality. Now, I'm personally from Egypt, and the way I see it is, it's always good to give back to where you came from, you know, this kind of pay-it-forward mentality. So what you learn, you should always try to teach other people. So that's why I'm here right now. That's why I'm trying to evangelize this whole pursuit of people trying to learn. Like, I know of people, they've just started off a charity. Have you heard of Draw a Smile?
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Oh, basically, they're trying to start up an orphanage to help out little kids. Now, they're business-minded people. Over in the UK, they're professional, they're working hard, and they can easily forget about the poor people